Have you ever looked at your phone, seen dozens of notifications, and still felt completely alone? Have you ever sat in a room full of people, laughing, talking, smiling, yet somehow felt like you didn't belong there? If you have, this story might feel painfully familiar. Meet Jake. Every morning, he woke up to messages, group chats, notifications, friend requests. His phone was never quiet. To everyone else, Jake looked connected. He looked social. He looked happy. But every night, something changed. The conversations ended. The screens went dark. The distractions disappeared. And suddenly, he was alone with his thoughts. That's when the feeling arrived. A heavy feeling he couldn't explain. Not sadness, not depression, just an empty space inside him. The kind of emptiness that no notification could fill. So Jake did what most people do. He opened social media. He scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, looking at smiling faces, perfect vacations, happy friendships, perfect lives. For a moment, it distracted him. But when he put the phone down, the loneliness felt even worse. Maybe you felt that too. Maybe you've watched everyone else seem happy while secretly wondering, why does everyone seem connected except me? Why do I feel alone even when I'm surrounded by people? For years, Jake blamed himself. Maybe he wasn't interesting enough. Maybe people didn't really like him. Maybe something was wrong with him. Psychology reveals a truth most people never hear. Loneliness is not the absence of people. It's the absence of meaningful connection. Your brain doesn't count followers. It doesn't count likes. It doesn't count messages. It counts something far more important. Belonging. The feeling that someone truly sees you. The feeling that someone understands what you're going through. The feeling that you don't have to pretend. And when that feeling is missing, your brain notices. In fact, scientists have found that loneliness affects the brain in ways surprisingly similar to physical pain. Think about that. Your brain treats loneliness as something serious, not because you're weak, not because you're broken, but because human beings were never meant to face life completely alone. Thousands of years ago, being separated from your tribe could mean danger. So your brain evolved to make loneliness uncomfortable. It became a signal, a warning, a reminder that connection matters. But modern life created a strange problem.
Today, we have more ways to communicate than ever before, yet millions of people feel deeply lonely. Why? Because contact is not connection. You can text people every day and still feel unseen. You can have hundreds of followers and still feel misunderstood. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. One night, Jake realized something. He knew what everyone else was doing, but almost nobody knew what he was feeling. And maybe that's the real loneliness. Not being alone, but feeling invisible. So he started doing something different. Instead of trying to impress people, he started being honest. He opened up. He had deeper conversations. He shared things he normally kept hidden. And slowly, something changed. For the first time in years, he felt understood. Not by hundreds of people, just by a few. But that was enough. Because the opposite of loneliness isn't popularity. It isn't attention. It isn't followers.
The opposite of loneliness is connection, real connection. The feeling that someone sees the real you and stays. So if you've been feeling lonely lately, remember this. You are not the only one. And your loneliness is not proof that you're broken. It's proof that you're human. And sometimes, one genuine conversation, one honest moment, one real connection can change everything. Before you leave, I want you to remember something.
The world has convinced many people that loneliness is something to be ashamed of. But it isn't. Some of the strongest people you know have felt lonely. Some of the happiest looking people you know have felt lonely. Maybe right now, someone watching this video feels exactly the way you do. So if you've been carrying that feeling in silence, don't carry it alone. Reach out to someone. Start a conversation. Send a message. Because one small connection can change the direction of an entire day. And sometimes, the person waiting for someone to reach out isn't a stranger. It's you. If this video made you feel understood, remember to subscribe to Thinkology for more psychology stories that help us understand ourselves a little better. And remember, you are far less alone than you think.